Mysta-Clan Productions.
This is a video scripted and produced by Mysta and his editors. Plug of the day. Go check out my Patreon. It will really help the channel grow and sustain itself. Also, Patreon members do get shoutouts at the end of every video, so if you are a Patreon member, make sure to stay to the end to see yourself shouted out. Also, join my Discord, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Also, thanks to the Dragon Lord, we can roll that intro.
So they ain't going directly to UA. There's still a few days left, but All Might's like, I'ma go congratulate you two because they the fucking best people ever. Like, not only were they smart enough to beat my record, they were strong enough. And seeing as what their fucking power did to them robots, because I didn't explain how they took out the robots, but their aura didn't just like fucking punch the robot. They like fucking sliced it into little pieces. All Might's like, that could have been me. And it's like, because all the teachers were watching, All Might's like, fuck it, dude. Um, and he decides he's going to go congratulate them. He just like pops in with fucking gifts. For Raven, it's like a Raven necklace. And for Deku, it's a jackalope necklace. And no, I'm gonna say it's bracelets. Yeah. So each of them got a bracelet, and I'm gonna say Inko just gets a bracelet with her face on it because he didn't want to leave her out. And on the back of it is like, it just says on the back of the head, like Inko's head, it just says, "You are a wonderful mother. Love, All Might." And on the back of Raven and Midoriya's, it's like, young Deku, or like young Jackalope and young Raven. You will be great heroes, and I think you shall be the next number ones. You shall replace me. You are my successors. Love, All Might. And this is like All Might acknowledging them as his like successors, not like to his quirk, but to his morals, because he, in that 10 months, he popped in a few times because he and Inko became like close. They're like friends. Like, they would text and shit. Like, if y'all know what they're about to do. United States of Smash come to Tokyo. Tokyo edition. Tokyo Smash. Ah ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. And him and the kids have like, he realized both of them have a strong sense of justice. Deku wants to protect everyone possible, so he wants to get as strong as possible. That's why he didn't take All Might's quirk, because he knew he still had to master his own quirk. If he took All Might would be able to save less people, and he wouldn't be able to save people at all because he didn't have a Euro license. And Raven just has a strong sense of justice. Like, if you do wrong, you must be punished. But let's just say, even though she, my fucking mic fell over again. But even though she has a strong sense of justice, my fucking nose is stuffed because my mic is dusty. Oh, fuck it, sorry. Even though she has a strong sense of justice, she still has a moral compass. It's like, if you do the wrong thing for the right reason, let's say a villain is about to kill a young girl with his quirk, but his quirk is like extendo blade arm, and you fucking shoot him in the head so his arm doesn't reach the girl. Like, in her eyes, you did the right thing, because even though you did an unjust, you did the right thing to get to the just. So it's the lesser of two evils, basically. She has a sense of justice, but only when it's needed. And she's like one of them people. It's like the Yakuza run the underworld, but they keep it to a minimal at least, like at least in theory, like as an expression at least. So it's like if the Yakuza weren't there, like my hero Yakuza, so if they weren't there, the world would be more chaos because it would be unorganized crime. That's worse than organized crime. So she's like, sure, we can take out the lower members, but if we take out the higher ups, like we're just fucking ourselves, bruh. So she knows what's necessary and what isn't. So they basically balance each other out with like a moral compass and a justice, iron fist of justice. More like half iron, half fucking marshmallow, but what the fuck ever. No, I'm just kidding. So All Might knows when it comes down to it, these two will protect the world if anything had to happen to him, and he's still gonna look for a fucking successor, but he ain't giving it to him until he knows he needs to give it to them. So he still wants to be a hero, so he will like try and find a successor, train them up with their quirk, like get them strong, and he's gonna fight all for one eventually, and if he is to lose, he wants to pass it on to them. So yeah, that's how that gonna work. And since he's been healed, he's been like saving people a lot more. And Night Eye phoned him up because he knows like you're supposed to have a 3 hour limit. And he tells Night Eye about him getting healed, but he doesn't say, and he says it. He doesn't say it was by a quirk. He says thanks to operation, or like he just says thanks to methods through. Then he just gives their names, like their hero names, Raven and Jackalope, because and he's like, you might not know who they are because Nada's like, who the fuck these? And he's like, because they are not yet classified as heroes, but they will be soon because they are going to UA. And Nada's alright. So Night Eye and All Might are they cool? They like cool, so don't mind them. Um, All for One still thinks All Might's injured, like that, but even though he isn't, like fuck it. So, oh my nose, dude, my nose. But yeah, I'm gonna say is the day they have to be at UA. They like fuck it early. Like they get there when Aizawa opens the door. And he's like, you two are those two. And they're like, yeah, we're the magic twins. And he's like, what'd you just call yourself? Like, we got similar quirks. Like, our quirks are even both named Mage and subtitle Raven and Jackalope. And he's like, they're cool. So, yeah, be quiet. And I want to sleep. And Raven's like, we could just cast a sound barrier around you. You know that? He's like, I already like you too. And like fucking Deku uses his magic to like create a green pillow, and Raven just casts a dome over him. He's like laying under his table. No one would realize them because Deku and Raven just like cast incognito ward, like to make sure that nobody realizes it's there. And so everything goes to canon, except like Raven and Deku just like chilling in the back corner. Uraraka came up, thanked them, and they're like, shh, the teacher's trying to sleep. Even though he can't hear them, she's like, oh, I didn't even know he's there. And they're like, yeah, you'll see him later. My fucking nose, dude. I'm gonna be back. Yeah, no, bro. A cold's a motherfucker. I hate having colds. I hate being sick. But yeah, Ochaka sits like Ida sees Deku and he just like nods, and Deku just like nods in acknowledgement, and then Deku and I'm gonna say they both have like fucking they just both sleeping, and not sleeping, they're meditating, but it looks to everyone else like they're sleeping because they're like laying on their arms. And I'ma say when they do sleep, Deku's hair becomes, what did I say his hair becomes again? Did I say black? I think it was black. I'm not sure. Um, I'm gonna just say his hair goes like, his skin goes yellow, his magic goes blue. Now fuck it. I'm gonna just say his hair goes black when he's meditating, and Raven's goes white. I'm gonna say they're trying to maintain their demon powers without letting their demon sides take over. So they're already like thinking about how, but it's unstable. They can't do it unless they're meditating. So it's not useful to the point where they can use it in combat. It's like they're trying to come to terms with their demon sides because their demon sides is just another. It's like two sides of the same coin. Like they technically still the same person, bruh. So ah, fuck my nose. I hate it already. I'm sorry if I'm annoying y'all with my nose. So, uh, this is gonna be a short one, like 20 minutes. So, um, so Bakugo doesn't even realize it's them because of the different hair colors. Um, Aizawa eventually wakes up, and they made it so that when Aizawa wakes up, the words and spell get undone. So he's like sitting there on the ground. He just hears everyone like making noise, and he just stands up under the table. And he's like, "Shut up! You're 15 minutes late." As he looks over the clock, you should have been quiet 15 minutes ago. But yeah, and then he just starts explaining everything since canon. He's like naming off people, and he's like second, and he's like, okay. He starts off like fucking um Todoroki and Momo because they're not last. He says that they were recommended, so they weren't technically in the test. And then he's like, he just starts everyone from the bottom to the highest score, and he's like, second Bakugo Katsuki, and he's like, wait, why am I second? Who's above me? And he's like, first is tied Izuku Midoriya, and what the fuck her name again? I keep forgetting what Raven's name is in this one. Maho Akuma. And everyone just looks to the corner, and now their hair is back to normal because they're no longer meditating because Kaz has started. And Baku's like, "Hey, Deku, how the hell do you get into UA? You're just a useless Deku." And Raven's eyes just start fucking glowing red, and Bakugo's just like cowardly dogs, like, "Roo!" And he just shuts the fuck up, and fucking Aizawa just cringes at this, and he's like, "Well, both of you were the only people to ever get full marks on the theory exam, and is it called the villain exam or whatever, the physical testing phase? You broke All Might's record." And everyone's like, "What? They broke All Might's record?" They're like, "Yeah, boy." And Aizawa's like, "Yeah, they discovered that there's something called a hero point." And he just explains the hero point. And he's like, "Well, don't feel like having a class, so." And he just like says all the shit about canon, go to the gym. And he just puts the gym clothes on, and Deku and Raven just like fucking walk over, grab their shit, go. And everyone starts asking questions, and Aizawa's like, "Just be like them and leave with minimal effort, minimal questions." And they're like, ugh, and they still just asking questions, and Aizawa's like, "Take me with you." And they're like, "Sorry." They just mouth it out, "Sorry." And Aizawa's like, traitors. And fuck it. I'ma say, if Bakugo's still yelling at Aizawa, like, how the hell did they let Deku in? And Aizawa's like, "I don't give a shit what you think, kid. They scored higher than you, so shut the fuck up and go on." And whilst this, Deku and the rest of the boys are changing, they come in as Deku's putting on the gym shirt. They just see fucking chiseled abs. And they see the bracelet, but it's flipped over, and they see All Might's signature on it, and they're like, "What the hell?" They start reading. It's like, "How did you get that?" And they're like, and he's like, "I got it from All Might." They're like, "What do you mean?" And he's like, "Well, you can ask him when he comes in. He's a teacher here this year." They're like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah, whatever." And fucking, they're like, "Yo, Chisel, man." And fucking, you just sees Mineta speaking, and he's just fucking fuming. And the jackalope comes around him, and he just slices, and it slices Mineta's school uniform, but it doesn't cut him. It's just like the uniform. And now Mineta's terrified, and he's looking at a pissed Deku. And when Deku's pissed, his eyes like fucking, the pupils disappear, and his eyes are just white. That's before he goes into his demon. It's just like when he's completely fucking pissed. Um, so now fucking Mineta is pissing in his pants, and he's like, "Get away!" And Mineta just fucking runs. And Earphone Jack hears this, and Deku walks over and is like, "If anyone's there, move away from the wall." Earphone Jack just moves, and Deku goes, "Asmira Metrion Zinthos." And his aura leaks into the wall, and it just seals it, and it goes back to white. And she's like confused, and she look over to Raven, and Raven's like, "Yeah, he can do that." At least Mineta didn't see Raven because she was like around the corner. But she saw when he sealed it. And fucking Electric Boy, I can't remember his fucking name right now. He just tells Mineta, "Don't mess with this guy. That guy chiseled. Like, he can fuck you up without his quirk." And Deku just leaves, waits for Raven. They go over. Aizawa's there. No one else is there yet. They just fucking meditating. Everyone else comes. Bakugo comes, and he's like last, and he's fucking screaming at Deku. He's like, "You useless Deku, you're not supposed to be here." And Aizawa wakes up, and he's like, "I don't care. You're annoying me. If you don't shut up, you're expelled." Katsuki Bakugo. Bakugo just fucking like, he just shuts the fuck up. And Deku and Raven basically score first, like hitting even on almost everything. Raven won the speed challenge because she could just make her portal that much quicker than Deku could. And like that little amount, but she still technically won that, so she's technically first, he is second. Um, Both of them also got Infinity because they just fucking chucked the ball through a portal into space, so they got Infinity too. So the ball throw was like tied between them. So the grip strength, they just fucking use their aura to basically All Might fucking levels of strength of fucking push it. So yeah, or squeeze or whatever the fuck you wanna say. It still sounds wrong either way, but yeah. So they get first, and now Bakugo's pissed. He's like, "How dare you get higher than me, you useless Deku! I'ma kill you!" He's just fucking letting off explosions. And fucking Deku and Raven just go into their demon forms. I'ma say they got like pure demon forms now. Like, not like the Raven with the white hair from shit and the red body. Okay, I'm gonna put a picture up. They fucking straight up look straight up like this, like fucking Dante and Virgil Sin Trigger fucking form from Devil May Cry. So yeah, but like, Raven being like red and white instead of red and black, and fucking Deku being yellow and blue, like yellow being dominant instead of blue. So they basically look like that. So fuck it. And now Kachan's pissing in his pants, or Bakugo, he's like pissing. He's like, "Fuck it, they gonna kill me." And Aizawa's like, and he did hear that Earphone Jack did tell him that Mineta was speaking, and fucking Aizawa being pissed, he just fucking straight up expels Bakugo and Mineta. he doesn't expel Mineta because he just expels Bakugo because he's like, you're not fit to be a hero with a temper like that. His fucking things rising, erasing Bakugo's quirk, his hair like rising. Bakugo tries throwing explosions at him because he's pissed, but he can't. And fucking Eraser had realized what he was trying to do. That's why he erased his quirk. And now he fucking tied him up, and now he like fucking calls for security. And two fucking people with strength quirks show up. They like take Bakugo and they fucking take him to the office, put like a anti fucking quirk collar on him, and they call his mom to tell him to tell her that he acted more like a villain. He threw explosions at a teacher, so he's expelled, and she pissed. But Bakugo, he reflecting on this because he realized he hears like because he was acting like a villain, he realized he been acting like a villain most of his fucking life. So he goes to the second best school, like there where that tornado guy comes from. I don't fucking remember his name, but that guy and the other fucking uptight dude and the chick with the bodysuit, like that chick, y'all know who I mean. The chick with too much to show. Um, but yeah, fuck it. He goes there and he's improving on his attitude, so that's just fucking for future reference, so you know. Um, and Mineta just gets debunked to general studies, and I'ma say Bakugo gets moved to 1A. Not Bakugo. The guy with the brainwash quirk gets moved to 1A. Because I'ma say that's just a fucking good quirk because I like it. And I'ma say, what's that dude's name? I'ma say, should I or should I not? Now I have to decide who else to put in. I'ma say Nezu. I'm gonna say they don't do shit because this is still first day, and as always, like we need someone. He's just like we need one other person, and because expulsion is different from moving down, so they're not gonna fill Bakugo's place. They're just gonna fill Mineta's place with the mind control dude. And yeah, fuck it. Heroes versus villains will be covered next episode. So fuck yeah. The hero versus villain test. So yeah, and I'll try to push in the ULJ something. What is that? USJ. That's it. Fuck it. Comment, like, subscribe. Check out AGO Def and Frisky Fries in the comment section. This has been Six Mysta. Peace out, Six Clan. See y'all next time.
That is going to be all for this video. Us at Mysta-Clan Productions, including Six Mysta and his editors, thank you for finishing the video. Now for official shoutouts and Patreon members at the end.
Mysta-Clan Productions.
Join my Discord, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Also, thanks to the following people for becoming Patreons: Kahakashi Obachiha. And remember to check out the link in the description because the Dragon Lord created both our intro and outro. Now roll that outro. Peace.
1, 2, 3, let's go!
Subscribe for more.
Yada yada does it.